Hey Virgo, are you ready for your reading? Just checking to see if we're live. We're live. Well, let's get moving because you need to know what's going to happen to you in the month of May. And can you believe it's already May, Virgo? Wow. So let's see what's going to happen. I'm going to do a 4-card spread for you as I do every month. And I've already looked at the first card. So let's look at the bottom of the deck, see what's going on. I like to look at the bottom of the deck because it's pretty revealing. It's kind of a significator moment. So Justice. That's a pretty interesting card to come up. It's a major arcana card. And it speaks to examining the evidence. And it also can speak to the hallowed halls of justice. So it can mean that you are dealing with something that has to do with contracts, law, signing paperwork, filling out job applications even, checking boxes, that type of thing. But it also, this card is also about balance and finding your equilibrium. And I like that idea a lot for you this month. And I'm hearing that for you, finding that balance, that place where all is well. And
I'm not sure how to translate that. Would you enable a translation? Steal from Alexa app.
Do you know what that is? That's Alexa, and she's talking to us. It's weird, right? So sometimes she hears me and she'll chat back. But anyway, this is really about even inner ear balance, dance, that type of thing, which isn't usually the way I would interpret this card, but I'm hearing that equilibrium from your guides. So it's maybe you found that finally, and you're able to move in a way that's really graceful and beautiful, and or someone else has found their equilibrium. So everything seems to be working very nicely for you. Now we have the Page of Swords popping up, and the Page of Swords would represent an air sign. Now, an air sign represents Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. And so if you have somebody around you or you're in a relationship with someone who is an air sign or has air in their chart, you may find that this person is very communicative this month. They're doing a lot of new writing. They're writing maybe their memoirs, music, something that they're a scribe, so to speak. And new stuff. It could be a new kind of music that they're writing, or it could mean that they have a new idea or the new inspiration. But this is something that's going to be penned or keyed in. So if you are a mother or a father, this child would represent someone who is very chatty, very quick. This month you might find that child is a bit of a challenge to you, only because they're learning how to use their intellect. And sometimes they're a little too smart for their own britches. And so that could be coming up for you as well, Virgo. Or you might have a grandchild even who's testing you, you know, and with their sort of they're quick, you know, it's like, and you got to keep up with them kind of thing. So can frustrate you a bit, but also it's a lot of fun. So I want to also mention that games, that type of thing, people who play games, that is a theme for you, Virgo. And when you're communicating or on the phone, you might be feeling a bit irritated because you feel like these people are not paying attention really to the conversation. And that's annoying to you, or paying attention to you in general. So because you found this nice kind of place where everything's hunky-dory, and you don't need that kind of irritation. So others who could possibly be irritating to you, or concern, also for some of you, concern that there's gossip going on. Now that gossip, you are better off ignoring, but it has been getting under your skin. It's people who are jealous, or just, people want you to be successful, but not more successful than they are. My guru told me that one time. Okay, the next card to come up for Virgo. Oh, we have the Devil. And this card, again, you can see the relationship between this man and this woman, male and female. They are bound by a chain. And at any moment, they could take that off. They could pull it over their head. But they choose to remain chained together. And so what does that mean? Well, it just means that you might be challenged to move away from a situation that isn't serving you, where you're bound to someone else's problems. And so because you have chosen to take on theirs as yours, you've got this monkey on your back, which really doesn't belong to you. And so you might want to take a look and decide whether or not it's worth it, I guess. Now, the Devil can also point to having fun. And initially, the Devil was Pan, and a playful symbol of harvest time, where everyone just sort of went out and got drunk and had sex in the woods and did whatever they wanted to do, and didn't worry too much about what the church thought. And that's kind of where this whole archetype comes from. But, the idea of allowing yourself to just play and not judge could be a bit of a challenge as well. So you might find that people are judging you, and why bother worrying about what other people think? That could be what this card is speaking to, what your guides are saying, being chained to what other people think about what you do. Let that go. If someone's trying to hold you back, again, you're going to have to break that chain. If someone has addiction issues, if someone's, you're not equal, you're ahead of them, they're an anchor weighing you down, and you do love them. It's a very sad thing to let that type of relationship go, but sometimes in order to move forward, we have to take the ball and chain off the shackles, remove them, and go forward, and allow them to take care of their issues on their own. Another message from the guides for some of you, Virgos, it's food. There's a food addiction. Not all of you, but breaking that cycle, and May could highlight that. And you might find that there's someone or gossip or something that has you feeling as if you want to do that. You want to lose weight. And when you do decide to start, not to pick up other vices instead in its wake, but to instead do something creative, and because you're very creative. So what you want to do, if you want to change, get that monkey off your back, basically just change your perspective is what the guides are saying in terms of the addiction. and do not think about it, or don't spend a lot of time thinking about it, and just engage yourself in another area. Some of you will try and quit smoking this month as well. I'm hearing for the Virgos who do smoke, I can see that as well. Again, in relationship, be careful that you're not allowing that relationship, which is fun in the beginning, but in the end, you know, sometimes you can have too much fun and then you're not growing together. So be careful. Next card to come up for you, Two of Wands. It is reversed, but you're going to be rethinking a plan that had been made, or you're going to be sad, a little bit sad that where you had intended to go is not where you're going. So, or there could be a delay. Now I see travel plans going on with a lot of our Virgos, planning, visioning, coming up with sort of a new direction, a new place to live. For some of you, you're going to be thinking of moving. For others, you're going to be going to take a job somewhere in another city, in a new city. For others, you will have sent out resumes, and those resumes, the ones that you thought would come back in your mind's eye as the jobs that would be offered aren't the ones, and you're going to be looking elsewhere. But it is very exciting because once you've laid those plans down, the ball's in motion, and you will be reassessing, and it's going to be even more exciting. That's what I'm hearing from your guides. So have faith and don't worry about that, and don't worry about lamenting if the first offer or the first direction doesn't come to pass, because it's going to be even better, and it's going to be a good, a fair and just outcome, if that makes sense. I'm hearing that as well. So and for some of you, if you're involved in the law, this move's going to be very good because it's going to take you somewhere that will enable you to really grow. And again, it's interesting because we have this bar here, so you got to cross or pass and go under this bar. So you may actually find that you have to pass a new bar, so to speak. If you're a lawyer, you have to go take another bar, and that may hold you back, but it's going to be a pretty fantastic move, Virgo. So I think it's a spirit, your guides are saying, go ahead and pursue the one that you didn't think would come about. Now, the last card to come up, it's the Five of Swords. It's the card of winner takes all. It's kind of an interesting card to come up at the end of this reading. And so that basically says you're going to win at some situation that is right now perhaps giving you some grief. But again, and you're going to get some release. So again, if you're trying to quit smoking, or if you're on a diet or something like that, yeah, you're going to win, but someone, which means you're going to win, you're going to achieve your goal. Someone isn't all that happy about you achieving your goal, which is kind of interesting. But I see that you're feeling pretty good about yourself. So you're going to overcome whatever it is if you decide that you are going to move forward and get yourself out of a codependent relationship. You may have a situation where the two of you actually have words, and again, you were the victor, or you feel good actually after the confrontation. But your guides are saying try and find a winner takes all, not a winner takes all, but a win-win situation for both yourself and the person who you're having these words with, even if it is you. And you don't want to be too smug because you're going to do very well. But if you're trying, again, to get this monkey off your back, and even if the person walking away is your addiction, don't be too smug with your addiction, because you want to have humility. Okay, we have to trust our higher power to help us overcome these things. So that's kind of a funny way for your guides to say, be humble. And I like that. That's really cool. Now, again, kicking whatever habit this is really going to help you move forward. But as you do, you may have to reassess some of your plans. And that's going to be a good thing, because it's going to take you very far, and it's going to create this amazing sense of balance in your life. So you're going to be able to balance your life better, that you're going to feel as if you have more time on your hands. And overall, that's kind of the lesson of the month is, and that's your takeaway, is to balance your life and to not allow yourself to be swayed in any which way by other people's hang-ups. And you know, it's funny because reading the devil, I could say, wow, you got a bunch of hang-ups. But in relationship, I'm hearing from your guides, it's not your hang-ups, it's somebody else's, and not necessarily their responsibilities that have been laid upon you, and you're like taking care of their stuff. And it's not your stuff. So, you know, maybe you're ready to divest, and that's a good thing. So Virgo, thank you so much. You guys are so responsible. If you are chaining yourself to someone or someone else's idea of what you should do or who you should be, break free and do not allow someone to put their burden upon your back. There you go, Virgo. Namaste. If you'd like a private and personal reading, click the link below. Easy to do. Sometimes we need that. We need a private and personal reading. I've done quite a few readings this month, and I always love getting to know you guys, so it's a lot of fun. Anyway, if you want to take the class, go to Read Tarot, Learn to Read Tarot with Trudy. I'll be working on those. And so namaste, blessings to you. Love you very much. Please watch the rest of these videos. Goodbye. Mwah.